Well, the Huskers continue preparations for Ohio State here on Tuesday. Hi, Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com as Nebraska full pads here as back to business this week. And everybody knows the challenge at hand when they're facing a program like Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be ready to play. With a bye week and 2 weeks to prepare, they're going to come out, they're going to play their best football. So that's what we're anticipating, and we got to prepare that they're going to come out and play as good as they possibly can.
I mean, they got playmakers everywhere for sure. Their line is definitely one of the better lines we see every year, so that always poses a good challenge for us.
Of course, we put in, like I said, each week. I mean, we know that we haven't got a million last since I've been here, so of course we're gonna go out there and try to put our best foot forward and try to compete each and every play and try to change the outcome, hopefully get a win, hopefully compete and all that good stuff. So, I mean, we don't plan on we plan on making them punt and all that good stuff. So, we just working. We got to just treat them like another opponent. We know we got to do a little more this week because it's Ohio State. But at the end of the day, it's still quote unquote what we do every week.
And particularly when you look at this Buckeye offense, they'll be led by quarterback Dwayne Haskins, who's a little bit different than past Buckeye quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, he's right up there at the top. I mean, we've played a couple good ones. Obviously some guys can really throw the football. He can throw it. He can run it pretty adequately when he has to. I think he can make all the throws, and I think he's very well coached on where to go with the football when he can tell what coverage it is. So I think he's right at the top of the guys we've played.
I mean, he's just like he can make all the throws. He's sitting in the pocket. You can tell that even when he does extend the plays, he's looking downfield to throw the ball. So we're gonna have to make sure we cover him to hold down until the pressure get there or until he throw it away or whatever. But yeah, we can't take no play off. We got to make sure we cover it the whole time because when he extend plays, he's still looking downfield to throw the ball rather than run. So that's the one thing that he's different than JT.
I think just overall arm strength's really impressive. Throwing the ball, he's as good as we've played, this year. He's probably a little bit different from a traditional Urban Meyer quarterback where they're really, in the past, have been much more run-oriented, QB design runs. With him, he will pull the ball, but it's not quite the QB design run game that they've been in the past. But as far as his ability to throw the ball, it's really, really good.
It's just the strength of his arm. He can throw. He can make all the throws. He can be on the far hash and make a throw and an outcut. A lot of times you can't find quarterbacks in college football that can make those throws, and he can make those throws. He's comfortable doing it. He looks easy to him. Just watching him on film, he knows exactly where to go with the ball. He knows exactly his reads. And then he uses his guys. I mean, he throws the ball well on the deep balls, and the receivers don't have to slow down for the ball. Don't give DB a chance to catch up. Full speed route, and they run right up under the ball.
We also saw a new black shirt on the practice field here on Tuesday as defensive end Ben Stilley took his black shirt this week after turning it down a week ago.
Yeah, we Coach Frost gives the players of the game in every position. He was the defensive line guy for us. He had a couple tacks, I think TFL and a sack. So he practiced well and he played well.
I just asked Chins if he thought I still earned it, and we went from there.
Why do you think you earned it? As far as when you look back at your play last week, what did you like about what you did?
Just effort on every play. I thought the snaps we were in there as a D-line as a whole, we played well.
The Huskers last week also got a big lift on special teams from J.D. Spielman, and special teams coordinator Jovan DeWitt said it was good to see that happen.
Well, I think it was good. Obviously we had a couple really long punts. I thought that was really good to have that happen. Some situational things arose that we were prepared for, which I was excited to see those guys be prepared for some of those situations and then execute on those deals. So that part was really good for me and for the guys, I think, for sure.
And finally, everyone on this team knows it's a tall task going out to Columbus for a matchup with the Buckeyes, but that's why you come to a place like Nebraska for opportunities like this.
Yeah, for sure. That's why you come to Nebraska. That's why you come to a big-time school, play big-time opponents, and get wins against them.
Big games. It's big games. It's why you come to Nebraska to play Ohio State. And sometimes when you overdo that part of it, it leads to mistakes because you're trying to do something you don't need to do. All we're asking guys to do is what they practice all week. So I think it's important that obviously if you're not ready to play Ohio State, you probably shouldn't be here. So it is just a matter about falling back on our habits.
In other practice news, defensive line coach Mike Dawson said that he had Mick Stoltenberg playing some defensive end last week against Bethune-Cookman because of the injury to Deshaun Neal that kept him out of the game this past Saturday. With the Huskers here in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.